everyone. Good morning and good evening. My name is Imran. Can you hear me?
Yes. Good morning. Sorry. Oh my God. I'm just.
Anything is fine. Good morning, good evening, good
I'm.
afternoon.
It's evening here, Eastern Zone, so that's why.
Yeah, yeah. So we have East people from Eastern Zone, Western Zone, European region, Asian region, from Hong Kong, different places. So anything good is fine.
Thank you.
All right. I've sent you a link. You can watch it later. It's mostly for people who already know DevOps and who has already done some course in DevOps from somewhere, but are not able to implement your skill or not able to put it into your projects. I have created a separate product for you people. You can practice projects. I've created 20 projects and we are adding more. So if you already know DevOps and if you already have confidence on the tools that you're using, or if you have done any course, then kindly check that video and you will love it, I promise you. All right, so I should remove that. Hey, by the way, my name is Imran, if I have not introduced myself properly. So I hope everyone here are to be DevOps engineer, right? Either your career goal is that, or maybe you are in a project, right, where or in your organization you are getting transferred into DevOps projects. In any case, when you get into DevOps, there are so many tools. There's Jenkins, there's Ansible, there's Kubernetes, there's AWS, there's cloud computing, right? There's so many tools and technologies together, working together. It really confuses you more. And every day new tool comes in. Very recently, we have AWS CDK also, which is a new automation technique to automate AWS infrastructure, which is better. They are claiming it is better than other things. So new technology comes in and you have to keep integrating all these technologies. And what do you do with those? You automate a lot of things, and we'll come to that. Right, so I'm here to train you on the tools, technologies, and the process. My main area of expertise in real-time concepts, what I implement in the real world. I train people on the same thing. And it's not about just learning tools, it's mostly about integrating multiple tools and technologies. Okay, getting that complex CI/CD pipelines. I have some examples also for you. I can show that to you after the demo. So I have 11 years of experience in DevOps and cloud computing. I've trained several people, thousands of people really in DevOps. And I try to implement, I have very creative ideas which I implement in the project, and the same I do it in the class and course also. I am certified in various areas of from Red Hat, Ansible, OpenStack, Gluster, Kubernetes, Puppet. I'm a Red Hat architect, also certified in AWS SysOps, DevOps, and security. So throughout the course, I'll also help you understand the security concepts in AWS and in DevOps. The few other certification that I did, like DevOps Foundation, VCP, RHC, Python from EDX, this is in the distance past. So that was about bragging myself, what I am, right? I have expertise in DevOps, cloud computing, scripting, and collaboration. I collaborate with people, I collaborate with tools, technologies, teams together. And that's one of the most important skill a DevOps should have. So it's all about passion towards training that I have from the beginning of my career. So I learn something and I try to share with people, right? So initially I used to do it freely, but now I'm running a business with that, and that I love it. Right. So you must have your own reason why you're learning DevOps. I'm gonna give you three good reason which I tell everyone every time why you should learn DevOps. And first, you are going to learn any tool or technology or any process, you're making your career into that. You really need to think about whether it is really a technology or a career goal which are talked by big names, right? If you see Forbes and Business Insider, you will find that employers around the world are looking for DevOps professional. Okay, and DevOps is still in its infancy. Okay, it has not grown fully. What I think and I feel totally, there's so many misconception about DevOps today still in the market. I've been doing DevOps from 2012 or 13, and I'm still saying it's in infancy. That's tragic, but it is. Okay, it's in infancy, it's still growing, and it has to go a long way. But one thing is for sure, that the people are looking for DevOps candidate. What are they? What do they do? We'll come to know. But also, of course, you're making a career into that, so you should really check about how is it going to pay you at the end of the month, right? So yes, DevOps is one of the highly paid job. You can check that on Indeed, Glassdoor, Quora, or Payscale. People who are really good DevOps are get paid much more than developers anytime. Okay. uh Kindly mute everyone. Wait, I did it. Yeah. Okay. Now, why is that people are looking for DevOps candidates, and why they're ready to pay more money? It's because one very simple, not simple actually, it's very complicated, but I'll try to simplify it first. I'll help you understand what is DevOps really. There are so many misconceptions, but I'll help you really understand what is DevOps. But before we start that, you have to understand one important point. From a long time, long ages like that, huh? IT industry, right? From the beginning of the IT industry, we are like divided into zones. There is a development area and there is operations area. Developers create, build softwares, and operations people deploy that and make sure it's up and running. Right? Any website that you are accessing, it's managed by operations team, but it was developed by a development team. Okay. So there is a huge gap in between these two parties from a long time, and developer are developing, but as fast as they're developing, at the same speed, operation team is not able to deploy. Okay, like a customer needs some, the users need some new feature. The developer has developed it, but the operation team is not able to deliver it so quickly or efficiently. Then you don't make money. Right? Think about it. You have an amazing product you want to sell in the market. Okay, you are the best in that. You're unique. You're pioneer. You have a product. Think of anything, right? Think of any food. Okay, packaged food. Okay, you are best in that. Okay, it's the best product. But if you're not able to deliver it in the market, if you're not able to distribute it in the market on time and with quality, will you make money? Of course not. Okay, there's no business, right? So delivery is as important as the creation of the product itself. So from a long time, there was a gap between development and operations team, and DevOps really fixed that gap. It's a bridge between development and operation. So as fast as developers are developing their product, as fast as it is getting deployed, delivered. So yes, you can think DevOps as a logistics. Okay, logistics. Logistics. Now, there is a production company, and there is a logistics which arranges the delivery mechanism, right? So DevOps is a logistics of softwares. When I say software, it could be anything. Okay, it could be a website, web application, based software. It could be a mobile app. It could be a machine learning. It could be data science project. It could be anything, any code. Okay, so DevOps can fix that. That means if you think thoroughly, everyone will need DevOps. Every IT organization will need DevOps, and that's why everybody are looking for DevOps, and that's why they're ready to pay more. If you're really good, you earn more than architects also. Yeah, trust me on that. Really, right? So everyone needs DevOps. That's the point. Right? But why me? There are so many training courses out there, and they're growing like mushrooms. Right? There are so many training courses. Okay, mostly training courses may be focusing on tools. Well, I tell you that I do it every day. Like I was just doing Kubernetes CI/CD pipeline right now, right? Which I'll show you how that works. So I do it every day. Okay, I have trained thousands of people on what I do, and they're able to do it. My main focus is on real-time implementation. I don't get into too much of a slideshow and too much of theory. We do it and then we learn it. Okay, which is a faster way, and the way which will help you crack interviews also. Right? When you talk about real time, how you did it, right? That's what they want to know. Otherwise, interviewer will find out in 5-10 minutes whether you have learned it from some course or whether you have really done it or not. Okay, that's very easy to find out actually. I will teach you how you can excel in the software delivery, not just tools. Connect these tools, multiple tools together. Have the best of the best CI/CD pipelines. Any product that comes in your way later, you will be able to integrate it. Right? So you should really know how technologies work together. There's so many people who come to me for training. They already learned DevOps somewhere or some tools. They already know some tools, but they're finding it tough to implement in the project. right? So they asked me this question: how do we going to integrate these things together? Can you show that real-time work, right? So of course I will do that. That's my main job. And I have prepared a lot of materials, courses, documentation. I have written a book also, Decoding DevOps. You can find it online, or we'll send you the link. You can download it also, it's free. And a lot of materials you have, which will be used for practicing. I'm really passionate about training, guys. It's not that something I do part-time just to make some money. It's one of the main business of ours, right? Right. So now let's get into what exactly is DevOps. If I made up your mind, I have given you 3 good reasons why you should learn DevOps. And if you have made up your mind, then understanding DevOps is the most important thing. This session is not just a demonstration. This is also the first session of my course. It starts in a moment. Just a minute. And so there are so many examples out there of what is DevOps. Okay, you must have already know it, right? You must have gone through some forum or some video or something. I have created also a video, an animated video, to make you understand what really is DevOps. I'm gonna use the same methodology today to help you understand what exactly is DevOps and what will be your role, what you should really know to be a DevOps. Okay, you should have a really clear mind today after the demo. Okay, and you should not have any confusion what you are getting into. I know you're trying to get into now DevOps. Maybe you have come from some different background. Maybe you're a tester, maybe you're a developer, maybe you're a system admin, right? And you are getting into DevOps, right? You should have really clear idea what you're getting into. Okay, so that's what my job will be today. So some people will say, DevOps is about automation. Okay, it's just, if it's just about automation, automation, I'm doing it from the beginning of my career. Okay, and many people doing automation from decades actually. Okay, there was no such word as DevOps back then, right? So is DevOps about cloud computing? Well, not really. Some people think, if we use cloud computing, we have done DevOps. DevOps is not dependent on cloud computing. You can do it on physical virtual machines anywhere. Okay, so maybe DevOps is about culture. There's so many people talking about, it's a culture combining development and operations team, right? And if it's about culture only, then it's more managerial thing, right? Why are we learning so many tools then, right? So there's so many tools, but which tool to use? So there's so many confusion. Don't worry, I'm not confusing you more. I'm just talking about the common doubts people have, right? Or common misconception about DevOps. So let me break it for you. So let's start with it. So to understand DevOps, I'm going to set a stage, okay, and some characters will be coming in. We'll be talking about software lifecycle. Once we understand how the software development works, we'll definitely understand what is agile. We'll definitely understand then what is DevOps. Yeah, it's like that. Okay. So a little background. So let's say you have an idea. Okay, let's say you yourself have an idea to develop some app. Let's say a mobile app. You want to sell some product through mobile. Okay, you have some amazing shop, or maybe something, you have amazing product, but you don't want to be limited locally. You want to go globally. You want to sell it to the entire nation or to the entire world. Okay, you want to change that level of business. So you have a product idea, right? Now see, everything is an idea. Facebook was an idea, Twitter was an idea, Instagram was an idea. Yeah, you think people didn't know how to develop softwares? Everybody knew. So many people knew about software development, but that idea really makes business, right? So you have an idea, but now you want to develop it. Okay, but assume you are a total naive. You are not from IT industry, right? You don't have a team of developers, testers, system admin. There's so many people you need to create the product and to deliver it, right? You're developing a mobile app and make sure everyone has that mobile app, and they're able to install and run it, right? So you need this different teams to do that. So either you can have your own team, your own organization. You can build an entire team, or you can approach a software consulting firm. In either way, it starts with an idea, right? You have an idea that you explain. So let's say you have approached a software consulting firm. Okay, you or your partner, someone, okay, approached a software consulting firm, and you are explaining the idea to them. Okay, now uh, let's understand the concepts of how it starts from an idea and a product gets developed. A software development process will start. A software development process is a very well defined and organized process. Okay. There are rules, there are protocols, and it's so organized that by the end of the cycle completes, you have the software ready. Everyone will do their part. So let's understand that the first thing in a software development process is requirement gathering. Okay. Oh, I have some questions in the chat. I will answer the question, people. Just give me some time. I'll explain these concepts, and along the way, you'll understand what are the prerequisites and everything. Don't worry. Okay. So the first step in the software development process is requirement gathering. You have uh, an idea, right? And that idea talks about what are the features you'll need in the product. Okay, mobile app, maybe of course you need a login button, and then you need notification, then you need chatting feature, maybe you need support, right? So these are different kinds of requirement. Then the first step, all this requirement will be gathered. Okay, requirement gathering and analysis will be done. Also the requirement of the tools and technologies, all this will be gathered. The business analyst will gather all the requirement of a product. Okay, like you make a list, right? If you want to do something, you make a list like that. Okay, then the planning starts. In the planning phase, based on the requirement, based on the list of requirement, decides how we are going to do it. What will be the cost? How many resource? What are the resource we'll need? What will be the risk associated with it? Okay, this is the planning stage. Once it goes out of the planning stage, comes to the design, where the architects, okay, the architects will design, and the software architects will design how the product will be. They'll create design documents and few other architectural designs, right? Like a house architect creates the architectural designs, right? Like that, software architects will create design documents. Basically, this will be a roadmap for the next step, which will be the development. Okay, then the development starts based on the complete idea and this architectural design. All the information is given to the development team, and the development team starts developing the product. Okay, once they have developed the product by writing tons of lines of codes, the product will be tested by software testers. Okay, software testers are going to check the quality of the product, check if there are any defects or not. Before it goes to production, the defects will be found out and will be resolved. Okay, software testers will be doing that, and then the product will be deployed to the servers. Okay, if it's a server, of course. Now if it's a server like data center or cloud computing or virtualization environment, wherever. So the operations team, system admins, cloud engineers, virtualization team, data center operations, right, all these teams will be working together and deploying the product to the servers and make sure it's up and running. Okay, so operations team responsibility is to do all that, and there's so many teams again in operations. Then comes the maintenance phase. Okay, it is deploy up and running, actual users are using it, and now it's time to continuously maintain it, make sure it's up and running, and any new changes, any new bug fixes, any patches, or any user requirement, any feedback from the user, right, all those things will be applied to the product regularly, and will be also have to also make sure that it's always up and running. Okay, maintenance phase. Let's see this in a cyclic view. Okay, first requirement gathering, then planning, designing done by the architects, development, the developers develop the product, testers are going to test the product, software testers, and the operation team is going to deploy and make sure it's up and running. Okay, any changes, the cycle repeats. Okay, this is called a software development life cycle. If you're from an engineering background, you will already know that. Okay, SDLC, software development life cycle, right? This process software development life cycle, but there are different models in SDLC. Okay, and this SDLC, the different types of model. Now which one do you choose is based on really your requirement. Your waterfall model, agile, spiral, big bang, and there are so many more. Okay, so the most, we'll go with two most popular one and we're going to compare them, waterfall and agile. If you still have confusion about what are these models, then think of them as the roadways, okay, to reach a destination. You have to reach somewhere, you're driving there, and there are three ways to go there. You will choose a way based on different factors like cost, how long, okay, time, right, risk. The different factors, based on that you will decide which route is right for you to reach a particular destination, right? So these models, different models like waterfall, agile, okay, these are different route to reach the same destination, which is the product development, of course. Let's talk about waterfall model. Okay. Oh, is my voice choppy? Not able to hear you? Okay, Manati. Guys, are you able to hear me, everyone?
Yes, Imran. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, it's clear.
Yes, yes.
All right, thank you. Thank you for confirming. All right, so I'm going to talk about first waterfall model, and then I'm going to compare it with agile model. Okay, so you can mute yourself now. Thank you very much. Yeah. So in waterfall model, everything works in phases. The reason why it's called as waterfall, because it's like that. First all the requirements will be gathered. When that is full, then it goes to the next phase, design phase. When design completely everything is designed, then it goes to the next phase. Like water that get full and then it falls the lower level, like that. That's why it's called as waterfall model. Okay. Now here, one phase completes, then only the next phase starts. You have to get all the requirements, and then you have to design everything, and then you have to develop the entire product, then you have to test each and everything, and then the maintenance start. Okay, sounds good. Same normal SDLC, right? But there's some problems with it. Not some, several problem in today's time. Of course there are advantages also, but we are going to more focus on disadvantages because we have to compare it with agile. Okay, so yes, I'm going to talk about now disadvantages of this one. It takes months to get a completely running product. Okay, in this, one phase completes, then only the next phase start. You can't go back here. If your requirements are changing, if it's a changing requirement, right, sounds common, right? Nowadays requirement changes a lot. If it's a common requirement changing, then this is not an apt thing. You can't go back here in this. Okay, you can go only forward, not back. Okay, so it cannot accommodate changing requirement. Okay, which is the biggest problem in today's time. Okay, you need the product to test or to see. You cannot get it until the life cycle is completed. So all the life cycle has to be completed, then only you get the product, right? So you have to wait for that many months to complete that entire product. And these are some problem, but there are so many other problems, like for example software testing. If the testing is conducted, you're testing the entire product or a module of it. There's so many bugs and issues and errors that comes, right? And to fix all of that at once, it's really messy, right? Also there will be so much of rework that will happen. Developer has to do a lot of rework. Okay, because there's so many bugs and issues coming. They could have fixed it very early, but the bugs or the errors gets multiplied, the defects get multiplied then. Okay, so everything doing at once is a problem, right? When we divide things, we're able to do it very easily. So coming back to your story, you have changing requirement. You are not so sure, you're not from IT. Okay, you don't know about the requirements. Okay, maybe I will be changing my requirement, maybe I will need some other features in my mobile app, or maybe I will remove some feature later. Okay, so continuously altering requirements are there. So you would like to observe the product development and then give some feedback. Like my friend once modified a bike. Okay, is given for the modification for to a mechanic, right? So he wanted to see really what's happening. The mechanic told him, you give me the bike, you come after this many months, I'll after 2 months everything will be done, you'll get your bike. But he was always curious to see what's happening. Maybe I can give some more idea, or maybe I will not like something, I will tell him to remove those things, right? So the feedback, he wanted to give feedback to his own product, right? But the mechanic was all waterfall, right? Give me the story, I will do it, and you come it and then you collect it, right? So if it was agile, it will develop as per the taste of my friend, right? Like that, agile is like that. You're given a requirement, right? You can go and check. There'll be demonstration every time. Not every time, of course, when the iteration completes. Okay, coming back to it. So now instead of developing all the requirement at once, it's broken down into smaller list. Okay, we're not going to develop the entire product at once. We break down. Okay, 2 to 4 week of iteration is created. In 2 to 4 weeks, either 2 weeks, let's say 2 weeks. Okay, in 2 weeks, I'll develop this feature. Okay, let's say for some 4 or 5 features will be developed in first 2 weeks. Then it will be demonstrated to the customer. If customer likes, okay, we move to the next iteration, or if there is any feedback, we can make the changes in the next iteration. Okay, so it's iterative. Waterfall was in phases. This is iterative, and this is agile. Agile is DLC. Agile is iterative, right? Doing everything at once, we break down. Okay, an iteration could be 2 to 4 weeks, right? Like that. Benefits, there's several benefits. One, to start with, you get a feedback loop. Okay, getting feedback. Okay, you have a working software in the first 2 weeks itself. You don't need to wait for the entire product development. Maybe in 3 to 4 iteration, you'd like to go live production. Okay, and then let the real user access it and get more feedback. Right, so there are so many benefits for it. The most important benefit is the feedback loop. Okay, so customer has any new changes, new requirement, it can be done in the next iteration. So cool, right? Yeah, so far so good, but there's always ifs and buts. Okay, and we'll talk about it. What happens is, when this development is happening in an agile process, the developer will develop the code very rapidly. Okay, at an enormous phase, really. Okay, compared to operations, matching with operations. So developer will write the code, they're gonna create builds, and they're going to run it in their own environment, developers environment. They're going to test it in their own local environment. Okay, these are called as build. Build means the product created from the code. Okay, once the developer feel like this particular build is good, he'll promote it to the, he or she will promote it to the next level, which is staging environment, not production. In the staging environment, this will be more tested, more further analyzed. If everything is good, then that build is promoted for the production environment. Okay, again, don't try to understand too much on build. Just think of like this, that build is a is an output of the code. Okay, input is code, output is the build, the software. Okay, now while this is happening, this is going to happen multiple times in a week. In an agile process, the development is very fast. Okay? Hey, can you mute yourself? Okay, I did that. Now think of it, every 2 weeks you have to give a demonstration to the customer, so your product should be ready by the end of the 2 weeks. Okay, and in this 2 weeks, the product will be tested regularly. So developer will make some code changes, and that needs to be tested. So an operations team will deploy it. Okay, software testers are trying to test it, but it's not working, not able to access the environment. Okay, like that, there's so many issues will come, and the development team will start complaining to the operations team that you have deployed our code, but our build, but it's not working. Software testers are not able to access it. That's just one example. Like that, there will be so many issues. Okay, and you have to fix it very quickly, because in the end of the 2 weeks, there's a demonstration to the customer. Before that, everything should be tested. So every day you have to build and test and do all those things. Even though somehow you get it working, but then you deploy it on production. In production, it failed. Okay, I'm talking about the agile process, continuously getting code changed, continuously getting tested, and continuously getting deployed to production. Okay, and it's sometimes fails in the production. When it fails, it's always operations to blame. Okay, the developers, testers will always blame on operations team, right? That's the operations fault, right? But why did it really fail? Yeah, I mean, it worked in local environment, it worked in the staging environment. Why is it failing in production environment? We have to understand operations team is more like following guidance, right? So operations team will deploy the product with an assumption that whatever developers have given information is correct, and if they do deploy it similar way in the production environment, it will work. Okay, but that does not happen. The reasons are, these two environments, production and non-production environment, are different. They are not synchronized. Okay, the data is different, the network design is different, security is different, right? So there's no guarantee if it's working in test environment will work in the production environment. Okay, new tools and new process like agile process and new development styles I have made the development very fast. Okay, the developers are developing very quickly, but the operations team is not able to cope up with these changes. Okay, operations team is more it's ITIL driven. Okay, process based, slowly, more focus is on the stability. Okay, not quick changes. Okay, slow and stable changes. So operations team is not able to cope up with all these things. Production server needs some tweaking, some fine tuning, which is not informed by the developers, right? At the OS level, at this network security level, the versions of the dependencies will be different, and because of that, the things fail. You don't have clear instruction to the operations team from the development team, because developers do not understand operations. That's a very harsh word, but most of the time it is like that. Okay, they'll just throw the code towards the operations team and like, hey, put it to the production machine, right? And that's why things fail. It's all because of actually communication and collaboration gap. Okay, go next. Yeah, so you have to understand, in an agile there will be regular code changes, there'll be regular deployments, and regularly testing will happen. Okay, when all this is good, then it can be promoted to production level. Okay, yeah, sorry. So there's too many deployments requests coming to the operations team. Operation team is not able to cope up with this. Okay, they already have to keep the system uptime. They are ITIL process driven. They are not agile like developers. Okay, they are driven by ITIL. They get regular deployment requests with no clear instructions, and they're already occupied with the production support. I will give feeling like real classroom. You want to see me? Not now. I'll do it later, but I have put the video link, YouTube video link. You can see me if you want me to see really. Okay, you can do that later. First watch the demo, okay? You want me to open the camera, okay? I'll do that later, okay? If you want to see me, just watch the YouTube video. Okay, coming back to here. Guys, do not put your mail ID and phone numbers in the public chat. Put it in the organizer chat, okay? Because there could be someone who might be stealing your mail ID and phone number. Not from us, somebody from the student side, okay? Now, just be safe. Just be safe, okay? Don't expose your credentials and things like that. Okay, coming back. So operations team is already bogged down with so much of already work, right? And plus the regular request from the development team, which is hampering them like crazy. Okay. Now in all this, whatever is happening, the customer is suffering. You who had an idea, who wanted to see the product after 2 weeks as it was promised, the first iteration, but not getting it because there's so much of failures happening over there. They're not able to cope up with each other. So customer is not happy, and unhappy customer means business loss. Okay, so the project head will pass the deadline if such errors are happening, which happens. So it is a development versus operation. It was like that before DevOps. Development versus operation. Okay, now see, developers are agile. The word agile itself means quick, right? Quick, fast. So quick and regular changes. Operations is ITIL. Okay, they've come from a mindset of ITIL. ITIL is more about the process. It's more like government office work, at least India's government office work. The file moves from one desk to the other desk, and then to the other desk, and then to the other desk, and finally it gets approved, right? So there's so many approval process in an operations side, and because of that, it's not so easy to do continuous deployment. Okay, so the focus on more stability, developers agile. So two poles apart really. And people just say, from the operations side, and which is true, the developer will just toss their code over the wall. And that's a saying actually. Like, my code is done, hey, take it, do the deployment on production. And operations team has to just do it, okay, without clear instructions. And that's where things goes wrong. Okay, there's a big wall of confusion. Development doesn't understand how operations work, and operations does not understand how the development works. Okay, it's because of that. Right, so there's always complaint from the development team that deployment is taking longer time, and operations will complain that we get half-baked code. In on all these guys, the customer is suffering. Okay, and customer means money. Right, if customer is not happy, there's a business loss, of course, right, which is a very serious thing. In 2009 or 2009, there was an agile conference where there was a guy called as Patrick Dubois. I hope I pronounced him right. He actually he was the guy who actually gave this word first, DevOps. There was an agile conference, and he delivered this seminar that the agile has just came in, and agile was taking the IT industry by a storm. But at the same time, the operation was burdened and hampered very badly, and because of that, so agile solved one problem but created the other problem, which was operations problem, slow delivery. So he explained that operations team is still slow, it's still waterfall. Operation team also has to work with the development team, and both the team has to be agile and with stability, of course. Okay, then only you would be able to deliver your product quickly and efficiently. And Flickr was the first company who implemented DevOps, and that time it was such a big news. Flickr was able to do 10 deployment per day. It's nothing compared to today's time. Today there are hundreds of deployment happening per day, but that time one single change used to take 5 days. There was approval, documentation, approval, and finally in the production, changes would be done, and the minimum time was 5 days minimum, right? That was the time. Now Flickr was doing 10 deployments per day. That was a big achievement that time, right? Google was doing something, but they was not revealing what was happening inside. But Flickr was the first company, you can say, who explained the DevOps, how they implemented and how they got it, right? So let's talk about now DevOps. Okay, what really it does, what magic really it does, it did. So able to do the deployment so quickly and efficiently. So whenever a company ropes in a DevOps candidate, okay, either a DevOps consultant or a DevOps engineer. So let's say you either go as a DevOps consultant, as an architect, or as an engineer, right? If you go as a DevOps consultant or an architect, you have to do it from the scratch. If you go as a DevOps engineer, then you will be working with under a DevOps consultant or an architect. So company ropes in a DevOps consultant. Okay. Now the first job of the DevOps consultant is to bring all the parties together. Okay. The process is of communication, collaboration, and integration. These are not just heavy terms. Okay. They really mean, and if you don't have this, there is no DevOps. Doesn't matter how many tools you use and what cloud computing you use. Communication. Both the parties needs to communicate and work together. DevOps is about collaboration. Okay. They work together collaboratively, collaborate the tools also together, and finally integrate everything. Okay, and which I'll explain you how it works. So DevOps consultant should explain what is development to the operations team, explain the agile process. You have to bring operations. This is the development team. He's explaining the development team about operations. Okay, how the operations. Okay, the production system, the stability, the network is different, the storage are different. Okay, you need to sync the two environment together. Explains the operations team about agility. Okay, about development. It's very mandatory to have operations team in the agile meetings. Okay, they should be the part of agile team. Operations team should not be separate. If they are separate, there is no DevOps. Okay, you need to bring all the parties in the same platform. There's regular agile meetings that happens, so everybody should be part of it, even the operations team. And the most important thing, automate everything, anything. Okay, whatever comes in the release cycle. Like for example, I'll show you this example over here. So there is a building of software, running some tests, doing some code analysis, building Docker images. Wait, pipe. Yeah, it should be horizontally scaled. right? Building the Docker images, deploying Docker images, okay, removing something, okay, deploying for productions, right? All these different steps that is called as in the release cycle. Everything has to be automated, okay? And if you're saying, do DevOps has to automate everything? You're the DevOps candidate? No, okay. DevOps will have responsibility of automating maximum things, and the main responsibility is integrating. Okay, like for example, software testing will be automated by automation software testers. Any DB deployments will be automated by a DB guy. Okay. DevOps needs to automate all the other things and integrate everything together. Integration is the main job. Okay. So it's the code build process. Now developer knows what's a code build process or code testing. You need to understand them, work it out and automate that. Software testing, you get automation software test scripts. You should know how to execute it in your pipeline. Any infrastructure level changes. Okay, any OS level changes, right? Or any security level changes, storage level changes, those things also needs to be automated. Then deployments, okay, product is developed, deploy. The build VC that gets deployed, this should be also automated. And everything, Eli, you're not, I don't think you're able to see the last point. Yeah, everything, that's the last point. Everything needs to be automated, okay? But don't take so much burden on yourself. You're not going to automate everything, because for that you should know everything in IT industry, which is impossible. Okay, the main job is integration, guys. Here, yes, you're going to learn a lot of tools, you're going to automate a lot of things, but always think about it that you have to finally integrate everything together. I'll show you how that works. Okay, going full screen again. So then the developer and operations team decides to work together. Okay, and then the entire team starts working together. Oh no, not this, they are Avengers, but they work like Avengers. Okay, and here our heroes are developers, testers, system admin, DB admin, build and release. Any team that works in the release management is going to be working as one single team. Okay, like Avengers. I hope everyone knows Avengers. Who does not know Avengers today? Anyways, and so working together to achieve one common goal, which is deliver the code faster and quicker and efficient way. Wait, once again, deliver the code quickly and efficiently. That's the right sentence. Okay, so quick is there, automation makes it faster. Efficient, when everything is automated, there is no human intervention, there is no human errors, automatic, right? So there's efficiency. And something goes wrong, you have automation cycle, you can roll back everything very quickly. Okay, that's why I'm using the word efficient. So everyone decides to work together, and then finally everything gets integrated. First, everything has to be automated. Okay, once everything is automated, then you integrate everything in a DevOps life cycle. You can say this is our life cycle. Like we have agile life cycle, we have waterfall life cycle. This is DevOps life cycle. Okay, have to work together and create a DevOps life cycle. That's the end goal. It is something like this. Developer makes a code change and commits to some repository. The code will be built, okay, and it will generate artifact, the software. Automatically, then it will be tested, and the code will be analyzed, okay, for vulnerabilities, any issues. Okay, all this process is automated. Okay, then the next thing is delivery. Software is getting delivered to different environments like dev, QA, staging, pre-prod. Okay, any UAT, any environment where it will be tested much more further. Any database changes, security changes should be also done over here. There's no manual, there's no scope of doing anything manual. Okay, everything automated. Once it is delivered to different environments, then the testing start. The software testers will test the product. Not software testers, it will be automatically, it will trigger. Okay, the test scripts will automatically test the environment for functional issues, load, performance, all the different kinds of checks will be done, and then it will be automatically deployed to production. Now here, automatically deployed to production or not depends on the requirement. Okay, but here the trigger could be manual or could be automated. Like manual trigger as in someone will click and the deployment will happen to production. Otherwise, automatically it will trigger. Then the traffic will be diverted to this environment live. It's time to go live. You will use A/B testing, blue-green deployment, different strategies, and based on the user feedback, then you are gonna make sure all the traffic then comes to the new site, and then you keep monitoring. Not you, the monitoring team, of course. Okay, take a look. I'm going to mute myself. Just take a look for a moment. Okay, this is called as a DevOps life cycle. This will be your main objective. Okay, and for this you need to automate so many things and integrate so many things and work with all the teams together. Okay, and you must have seen this diagram, right? So many times. This automated, this is like this is the infinite loop, right? So this is a continuous thing that happens. Okay, this is one more view with tools. Okay, like code is there on Git repository. The developer makes a code change, and then there will be an automation tool for, like for example, Jenkins, which will fetch the code, run some test, build the software artifact. As of now, think as a software. Okay, build an artifact. So Jenkins tool will integrate with other tools like Maven or Docker or Nexus. Okay, there's so many tools. It will integrate and create the product. Okay, the software which will be stored into repositories like Nexus. Then any changes on the environment, for example, you're using AWS, so any environment level changes like security group change, storage change, network change, DB change, those things will be taken care. Once the environment is ready automatically, then by using automation tools like Ansible, Puppet, or Chef or scripts, it will be deployed to different environments. It could be a cloud environment, could be a Kubernetes cluster, as per the requirement, right? And then load test and functional test will be conducted. Software testers will conduct those things. And it will happen on dev, QA, staging, and production environment, different environments. Okay. It's a continuous cycle. So I try to throw some tools in this diagram, right? So, if you know these tools or if you have ever heard about this tool, you'll know what fits where, right? That's very important actually, in a DevOps lifecycle, you should know what fits where, what tool you have to use at this place and the next place and the next phase, like that, and finally integrate everything together. This is DevOps lifecycle, guys, and this is our bread and butter, really. Okay, we also used to call it as one-click deployment in our old times. A developer makes a code change and automatically everything happens and the deployment goes to production. Okay, so operations team, you don't need to create tickets, you don't need to create what do you say, you don't need to send mails and stuff. Everything is automated, then it's just about developer making the code change. Okay, all right, this is the closest definition that I have found. DevOps is the philosophy. Again, don't worry about definitions, but still, if someone asks you, DevOps is a philosophy. DevOps is not a tool, you must have understood by now. It's a symphony of multiple tools. It's combination, it's orchestration. Okay, it's a philosophy of unifying development and operations team. Okay, in that entire life cycle, there are developers tool, there are system admin tools, there are software testing tools. All the tools are unified together, not only just the team, the tools, everything is unified together. So unification happens at the culture, practice, and tools level. Okay, the culture, working together in the same agile culture, all the practice of this life cycle integrated together. So all the practices, all the policies applies to everyone in the team, and you integrate all the tools together. This happens one by one, slowly, and finally, you get that beautiful DevOps life cycle. Right, so that was about DevOps, guys. And I have created an animated video also for that. I'll send you the link. Wait a second, that one. If you want to learn, I think Android development, iOS development, something. Yeah, so I've sent you the link. I have created the animated version of what is DevOps. You can watch that. It's an interesting one, just 10-15 minutes, I guess. Also, I've created like that continuous integration, continuous delivery things. So what are the skill set that you really need to do those DevOps life cycle, right? So you should have systems knowledge, like operating systems knowledge. Okay, you should be very good in Linux if you're using Linux environment, very good in Windows if you're using Windows environment. Okay, admin knowledge, infrastructure knowledge, storage, network, DB. Okay, how all these things work together at a higher level. Okay, at a higher level, you should understand how the firewall works, how the port protocol works, how the storage works, what is provisioning. At a higher level, you should have the infrastructure knowledge. Cloud computing skills. If you're going today in market for DevOps, everyone are asking, do you know cloud computing, AWS or Azure or whatever, right? You should have cloud computing skills, because cloud computing is used a lot in DevOps, because we can do automation. You can automatically launch machines, automatically provide storage, automatically change networks, automatically do security related changes if you have cloud computing. Okay. Yes, I will send you the book. Don't worry. After the demo, you'll get it. You should understand the SDLC. Okay, how the software development lifecycle works. If you get a project, you work with the developers and you understand how they are doing it. What the Agile, Scrum, whatever they are using, you have to work with them together. Okay, you should know build and release automation, continuous integration. It is called actually. Okay, fetch the code, build the code, test the code, and create the software. Okay, this is called as continuous integration. You should be very good in continuous integration. Automation of operating system task. Any command, anything that you want to execute on the operating system, you should be able to automate that. Installing softwares, changing packages, changing configuration files, rebooting systems. Okay, anything that goes around the operating system, any task, you should be able to automate it. Okay, I'm not talking about tools here, I'm talking about the concepts. Okay, orchestration of continuous delivery process. Everything, you should be able to bring in all the tools together and integrate them in the same flow. Okay, that's important. Otherwise, you don't get what you're looking for. Okay, it's not just about automation, it's about orchestration. Yes, you can say DevOps is about orchestration, but not DevOps is about automation. Because automation is just automating some particular task. Here there are multiple automation frameworks connected together. You should have network and security knowledge. Okay, when you're in cloud computing, you need to deal with this, you need to automate this. You go to cloud computing, you today use Docker, Kubernetes, Docker Compose. You should have network and security knowledge. Okay, containerization. Okay, you should be, in today's time, you should be able to use probably Docker or anything and containerize your application, and should be able to run it in some platform. These are the popular skill sets today in the market. Okay, I'm not giving you tool specific, because I don't get into loving tools. Okay, that this tool is the best tool, this tool will solve all your problem. No, there's no such thing. Okay, as per your requirement, you use the right tool. Once you have good hands on some tools, you can learn other tools also. Okay, so focus on the concepts and process, and your career will be long. Okay, your expiry will not be so short, right? People who marry to their tools, uh, such marriage tends to break or broke. Okay, I'm saying between human and the tool. Okay, you'll be loving tool, but the tool will stop loving you one day for sure. Okay, it will go out of the market. Okay, so that's why I say focus on concepts more. But anyways, we're going to learn a lot of tools. Okay, even I'm saying that. So what are we going to do in this course, right? So we're going to do it like a pro. Okay, not like kiddie, not script kiddies. Okay, who find some script on the Google, copy paste, run it. I've done DevOps. No. Okay, that's nonsense. We have a project called vProfile, which we are going to use to learn DevOps concepts. Okay, this is written in Java. Specifically Java I have selected, because in Java there's much more in continuous integration side. So a Java based product I have asked a developer to create, so I can train you on DevOps. Because when you get into project, guys, it's going to be some product that you have to work on. Okay, you're not going to do their hello world program. Okay, there will be something real. Okay, you have to deal with it. So we have the product, okay, which we'll be using. This product is written in Java, and it needs multiple services to be running together. you need Nginx, Tomcat, RabbitMQ, Memcache, MySQL. Okay, all these services you need together to be running. And being a DevOps, you need to you'll get such kind of architectural designs. You need to implement them. You need to automate them, provision them, deploy the code regularly on them. Okay, so that's why we have taken this example. You definitely need a product. So now your questions will get cleared. What do I need to know and what are we going to learn in this course? Okay, so first step in the course will be prerequisite. Okay, as like your prerequisite. Like in today's time, and if you are getting into DevOps or Docker or cloud computing, you should definitely know Linux. Okay, and not only that, man, you get into today machine learning, data science, wherever you go today, IoT, you need to know Linux. That's become a default skill now today in the IT industry. So we're going to cover basics of Linux. Then we'll see server management in Linux. We'll use Wagonet as an automation tool to automate our virtual machines. Basics of networking will be covered, and we'll deploy vProfile project on our virtual machines locally on our laptop, on our computer. Okay, this is prerequisite. Okay, this will go 8 to 10 days, maybe 8 days almost. People who are from non-ops background, like developers, testers, okay, who does not know about system administration, operations, anything, they will benefit a lot in this step. Okay, first stage of our course, right? Or if you're totally new to the IT industry, right? So these prerequisites will be covered over here, right? Once we're done with that, we deploy the vProfile project. We're going to use Vagrant, VirtualBox, and some scripts, and we'll deploy the project locally. Okay, so you'll get an idea now what is a project, how things are working together, some idea. Then we'll focus on cloud computing. We're going to use AWS cloud. In this entire course we'll be using AWS cloud. Okay, not any other cloud computing environment, only AWS cloud. Okay, and we're going to do it so much in depth, okay, based on the requirement actually. As in, this will be how to use the AWS cloud computing to host our project, automate it, and run it. So we're going to use services like IAM, EC2, EBS, load balancers, S3, CloudWatch, RDS, autoscaling, Route 53. And this is first part in AWS. Okay, in this first part, we're going to learn these services, and then we'll deploy a vProfile project on AWS cloud. Okay, plus there will be few more services that I will show you later. So AWS is 2 times in our course, in step 2 and then step 5 or 6, I think. Yeah. So we're going to deploy our product on AWS cloud. We're going to use other services also like CloudFront, Amazon MQ, Memcache, RDS. Okay, multiple services we're going to use, and it will be like as it is done in the production. Okay, except the size will be little smaller to save our money, but in production the size will be little bigger. That's all. Then we're going to learn continuous integration. Okay, we're going to learn version control system, Git, basics of it, build tool, Maven, and we're going to use Jenkins as a continuous integration server. We're going to build product on that. We're going to see continuous integration pipeline as something like this. Okay, something like this, right? So this is Jenkins actually, build, test, code analysis, right? This is one example. So we're going to learn how to do that. We're going to see Jenkins master slave concept. So many tools in Jenkins which integrates for repository, Nexus, code analysis, SonarQube. Okay, Jenkins administration, and of course the vProfile project. We're going to do continuous integration and continuous delivery also. Okay, CI/CD pipeline will create like this. Okay, this is in the diagram, and this is in reality. Okay, but looks so simple, guys, but there's so many tools that are integrated with this. There's Docker integrated, there's Kubernetes integrated, there's Nexus integrated, there's SonarQube integrated, there's Git integrated. So many tools integrated in this pipeline. Okay, this is your one of the project in the course. So I actually was making some changes today on that. Okay, this is bonus from my side. People who are from ops background or don't have any scripting knowledge, you can learn bash scripting and Python scripting in my course. Okay, so we're going to learn basics of bash scripting. We're going to see automation with bash scripting, and Python we're going to learn basics of Python. and we're going to see how to do automation with Python. Okay, this bonus is for, excuse me, people who does not have any programming knowledge. Okay, who are scared to step into DevOps, who feel like, hey, I don't know anything in programming. What if there is too much programming in DevOps? How will I survive? Right. So this is answer for such people. Okay, it's a bonus session. It will be some longer session on weekends, 2 hours like that. There'll be multiple sessions for this. This is to enable you so you can understand more automation tool and become master on the tools like Ansible, CloudFormation, Terraform. Okay, so in step 5, we're going to learn Ansible in depth. We're going to see so many things in Ansible. There'll be deep dive. We are going to then finally see how we are going to use Ansible to automate the entire vProfile project setup. Okay, so at the project level, like that's how it's going to be. Every tool, we learn the tools from the basics, and then we go to the level, then we use it for the entire project deployment. Okay, also we're going to see Ansible for AWS automation. Okay, step 6, AWS comes back again. Okay, here in this time we're going to get into VPC in depth, log management and custom metrics. We're going to see command line on AWS, Beanstack, RDS service working together. vProfile project will be again deployed on AWS. Okay, this time very different. CI/CD pipeline on AWS cloud, code commit, code build, code pipeline. Okay, and AWS Route 53 routing policies, different deployment strategies, blue green A/B testing. Okay, these kinds of things will be seen in AWS part 2. Okay, so many things you need to know to get the AWS part 2 done, the CI/CD pipeline and all those things. That's why AWS have divided into 2 parts in the course. Okay, all right, so a CI/CD project on AWS cloud, code commit, code build, code pipeline, code deploy, and Beanstack and RDS environment working together. Right, so developer makes a code change and a CI/CD pipeline gets triggered. Like what you see here as an example on Jenkins, it will be similar thing on AWS cloud, but different services will be used. Okay. Step 7, we'll be talking about Docker, understanding the Docker technology, how to containerize vProfile project. Okay, we're going to convert that vProfile project to all Docker images. That is called as containerization. Then we'll set up Kubernetes cluster for production environment. We're going to see EKS also, Kubernetes different objects, and we'll finally deploy vProfile project to Kubernetes cluster. Wait a second. Yeah. Oh boy, it has gone to the next slide. Anyways. So in this, you'll have 2 projects. One is containerizing of the application. vProfile application will containerize and we'll run it on Docker Compose. And then we're going to, once we learn Kubernetes, we're going to deploy our project on Kubernetes cluster. Okay. And then we're going to do CI/CD of that, which is what you are seeing here right now. Okay, this is CI/CD of for Kubernetes. Okay, building Docker images. If you want, I can show you the code also for this. I'm making some changes on the way, but I think you can see this. Wait, I'll open this one. So this is some code from for the Jenkins pipeline. We build the code, we run some unit tests, we do some integration test, code analysis, building image, deploying image, testing with SonarQube. Okay, then deploying to production grade Kubernetes cluster. Okay, and there are multiple machines working here. Oops. Don't worry if you're not understanding this. Okay, that's what you're going to learn. But just to show you, this Jenkins server, Nexus server, SonarQube server, Scops, and refresh this. Okay, Kubernetes cluster. Okay, I brought down the Kubernetes cluster. Okay, anyways, this is just to show you, okay, that what kind of work we are going to do. Right? Workshop. Oh yeah. So what's new? I have introduced the new product. 20 DevOps project. It has increased from 18 to 20. We are coming up with other also, Docker and Kubernetes separate project. Once you're done with the course, you can subscribe for this, or if you're already a DevOps, okay, then you can go for it. Right. Okay, take your time and watch this video later. I'm sending you the link. This is about the latest product that we have launched. Yeah, that's me. You wanted to see me, right? All right, guys. So that is all. I'll be taking your questions now. Okay. So the course USP, I will just tell you once again. I focus on real-time implementation, projects to implement your skills. We have projects where you can learn, assignments and collaboration from Google Classroom. Okay, I'll bring you everyone on Google Classroom. You really lot of material. You're gonna get the book also now after the demo. You'll get a mail with the book link. You can download this book, Decoding DevOps. I'm going to send you a lot of documents and scripts and code regular basis through Google Classroom again. So these are some course USP. If you feel any questions, feel free to ask. Oh, I have some question on the chat also. First, let me take that. Just a moment. One should be known with the programming language to learn DevOps. I have zero coding knowledge. Don't worry. I think I have covered that about that scripting, right, Harish? Yeah. So you're going to learn Python script and Bash script. So you will not have any problem after that in DevOps. Okay. Learning Ansible, Terraform, CloudFormation, anything. Okay. I'm going to send you the book link. Could you please enable your camera? Okay. Not now. Hi. Please drop your email ID and contact number. Yeah. Yes, please drop your email ID and contact number in the organizer chat, guys, so we can contact you back. Send your mail ID so we can send you the book link and some amazing videos. You can subscribe for Visual Path YouTube channel. There are so many videos over there, amazing DevOps and automation videos. If you are not even joining it, you can watch those videos. They're really awesome. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Will you provide YouTube link as well in that link?
You're going to get a mail. You're going to get all the links.
Oh, okay.
Okay, book link, YouTube link, my videos link, this web, today's recorded session, this PPT,
Yeah,
everything.
because I just want to learn one tool, like how you wanna tell it, apart from the demo. I'm looking for some any tool in tool video, which will explain
sure.
like a class.
I'm sorry, what is that?
No. Like how you wanna explain the class, like any real tools, any Jenkins, any tool. Like I just want one video.
Oh, you want like an example kind of thing, sample video?
Yeah, sample video. Right now you just sharing the demo, right? So apart from the demo, I just need one video, full video of one class.
Okay, sure. Why not? I'll talk to my team. No problem.
Yeah, just one video.
Sure. Actually, that's a good thing. Actually, I got one idea also. Once
because
the
demo, the demo we can't see like in a real time any special on any tools, like how you gonna explain, right? So if with the tool, right, it will be more idea for us.
Right.
Like
I
any
agree.
Docker or any Jenkins, just like one video, one full video.
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
And will you provide recordings also?
Yeah, you'll be getting recordings.
Okay. And one more thing, like, are you working for any company or like a?
No, this is my company, Visual Path. I don't work for any company.
Okay. So you're just giving on a training on this one, right?
No. I'm a consultant also, DevOps consultant. You can check me on LinkedIn. You'll find what kind of work I do.
Because I just want to know like what kind of tools are you using there, like how you like AWS or Azure.
Yeah, so many projects I use different tools and technologies, man.
Okay. So now in this one you're telling about only doing on AWS, right? Not another cloud.
No, only AWS cloud computing. Okay. So it's gonna be 2 months of course, man. 2 months. They're gonna learn so many tools and technologies in AWS so much. We don't have room to accommodate anything else actually. This is also too much.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
You
That's
can
all.
compare outside with people the kind of work that we do, and you will find out, right, how much in depth is covered on every
Okay.
tools and technology. So we don't have enough room to accommodate anything else now. But we keep reviving, we keep discarding old things and adding new things as per the market requirement. Okay, you can check me on LinkedIn if you have any doubts on what kind of tools and technologies I use, and you can check my videos also. Subscribe for the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You will see.
And you said you're gonna send all the details in that email, right? YouTube channel and the
Yes.
website link and book information.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Yeah, and also, sorry.
No,
Imran,
everybody will get.
I do have doubt. I mean, because I don't have any prior past experience in DevOps. But as you showed the course content, it got lot of tools that you're gonna cover in 2 months.
Yes.
So I'm just surprised or worried whether I'm gonna learn all these tools in 2 months.
You will. Don't worry.
And also, as you know, in India or in US.
Hi Imran, sorry for correcting you. Like it has mentioned like 3 months for the course in the website itself.
No, it's 2 months. It's like the maximum range is 3 months. Okay, it will be covered in less than 3 months only.
I want to just know the product you newly launched. What is the difference between this course and the newly launched product?
Let him complete first because he was talking. You just
Yeah,
let him
sorry,
complete
that's
and
a
I'll
miss.
take the question.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So as you told, like you can cover all these tools in 2 months or 3 months based upon the course content. But as you know, after learning this course, after going through this course, I am not gonna join as a fresher, as you know, right? We're gonna tell them as a 5 years experience guy, maybe 8 years experience guy.
Yeah, something
So
like that.
if I go through these tools or course, may I able to survive in the job or by doing the daily act? That's what I'm surprised whether I'm gonna do my work on myself or I need to take.
For
help.
that very reason itself, we are covering. I'm covering actually different projects. I already told we, focusing on real-time implementation, starting from your local machine. Then in the step 2 itself, you're gonna see how to deploy the entire product on AWS cloud, and that's how it's done in real time, right? Continue CI/CD pipeline on Jenkins by using varieties of tools and technologies together. Okay, that's there. Ansible for complete project deployment. Okay.
And also, as you told, we need
on AWS. So there are so many projects we are covering in the class itself. If you have more hunger, you can just watch my video. I have created 20 more projects which are much more in depth, and we're adding more. Okay, so focus on real time, so products also reflect that. Okay, if you check this video, you'll find some more links also, the project that we do.
And also on the slide number 6, he told you're gonna offer like Ansible or Python coding, like maybe this kind of.
Ansible is definitely there. Very deep dive. Bash and Python scripting we are taking.
So Python, like as you told, this is gonna be bonus. Like as we know, Python has a separate training for Python is available. So this basics Python will be sufficient to survive in the DevOps job.
You don't need to do Python programming today. You have automation tool. Okay. You have Ansible, you have Jenkins, you have Terraform, you have CloudFormation. There's no programming there. But these tools borrow things from the programming language. Like, for example, I'll show you. Wait a second. Just give me a moment. Okay, like for example, I'm showing you example of one Ansible playbook. Okay, this is a code to deploy artifact to Tomcat server. Okay, And if you see, there is no programming language over here. It's very declarative. It's in YAML syntax actually. But if you see, there are a few other things also here, like variables and tags, conditions, few other things you will see over here, which these are the concepts which are borrowed from programming language. Yeah, like if you have to do same thing in a programming language, then you have to write a lot of code. But in tools like Ansible, you don't need to do that. It's more declarative. It's in YAML syntax, but you still need to know what are loops, what are conditions, what is error handling, file operations, right? So for that reason, we're covering Python and Bash scripting, but our main focus is to master these tools.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
you know, and if you give me one Ansible script, I'm gonna change the changing like based upon the instances or whatever the environment. I'm just gonna change the names and I'm gonna reuse the same Ansible script. So I'm not
You
worried
can
about
reuse
Ansible.
also.
Yeah, but I'm worried about Python, like where we're gonna use like whether we need to thoroughly
No.
learn the
You are
Python.
not going to change things. You're going to write it from the scratch. Okay. If you are not
Okay.
able to write it from the scratch, then I will be disappointed after completing the course. Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
by the time you complete the course, you should be able to write this code from the scratch.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, I would have failed you. Okay.
Yeah, that's it from my side. Thanks.
Hi Imran, Yash here. Good morning.
Good morning, Yash.
Yeah, I just wanted to know, means after this course, will you guys will provide any job assistance?
No, man. We are not into job assistance. We are into providing the quality training. That's all.
Okay, and means as a fresher, can we choose as a career option as a DevOps engineer? Means,
Yeah,
are
but
there
you
any
have to
opportunity? Are
see,
there
as a
any
fresher, for
opportunity?
everything there is a struggle, man.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know, but for development and testing, you will definitely get a job as a fresher. But
Uh-huh.
as a DevOps engineer, is there any
There will
scope
be
or
a
are
struggle.
there
There
any
will be a struggle.
opportunity?
I will not lie to you. There will be a struggle. Okay. But it's not like we never hired freshers in DevOps. Okay. We hire freshers also. But there's going to be a struggle.
Okay, after this course, means it will be like trend fresher, right?
Yeah, of course. Trained fresher is in. You have to talk about all these things in the interview. Okay. It's all about the interview. Finally, everything funnels down to the interview part, right? What you have spoken in the interview. Okay. How did you present it yourself, right? Doesn't matter how much you know, but if you're not able to present it, you're gone. But if you don't know, if you know only some part, you're able to present it very well, you're in. Okay. So everything
Yeah.
funnels down to the interview finally, right? If you're able to talk about all these things that you have done, yeah, of course, if they're looking for fresher, they'll hire you for sure.
Okay,
Okay.
man. Yeah.
But there
Thank
will be
you. Thank you.
struggle. Okay. There will be struggle. I'm not saying do my course and you will definitely, as a fresher, get a job. Okay. There will be struggle if you just college pass out, because interviews are really little different compared to college interviews in the real time. Okay.
Yes. Thank you, Imran.
You need to learn Linux and Python before starting DevOps class. No, I'm training you on that. You don't need to learn anything separately for this. Okay.
Okay.
The difference between Azure DevOps and DevOps. There's no such thing, man, as Azure DevOps or AWS DevOps. These are just made up words. Okay. If you're using AWS Cloud Computing and you're doing DevOps, you can call it as AWS DevOps. If you're using Azure Cloud Computing and doing DevOps, you can call it as Azure DevOps. But if I'm using
Okay.
will I call virtual machine DevOps? No, right? These are made up words. Okay. Cloud ops, DevSecOps. DevOps is about union. Okay. Collaboration, integrating things together. But then people started making more differences in that. This is Azure DevOps, that is AWS DevOps, this is DevSecOps, this is stuff like that. Okay. Those are for certification exams, by the way. Azure DevOps and AWS DevOps, they are certifications. So it's focused on that, not the implementation. I will be the trainer
Yes.
for the entire course. Will you cover microservice deployment through CI/CD pipeline? Microservices means if you're leveraging containers, right, for deploying. We'll definitely use. We're going to deploy containers. See, microservices architecture from a development point of view. Okay, actually from a user point of view. Okay, for us being a DevOps, it doesn't matter whether it's a microservice architecture or monolithic architecture. Your question should be, will you be showing a CI/CD pipeline for containers? Yes, I will be doing it. Okay, microservice is the architecture, again, from a development point of view. It could be monolithic, it could be microservices, doesn't matter to us. For us, it's just set of containers, that's all.
Yeah. My question. Okay.
You can see Tomcat. Will it be use other app servers like JBoss? You can run it on JBoss also if you want, but we are focusing more on automation side, not on the application server. But it's a WAR file or application. It runs on JBoss also, and I've never tried it on WebLogic, but you can try it on WebLogic also, no problem. Why we need
Hey, Imran,
Kubernetes where we are using in DevOps? Kubernetes, just a moment, guys. Let me answer the questions. Kubernetes is an orchestration environment. Okay, the containers for production you want to run, Kubernetes today is the best platform for that. Okay, so if you have no idea about Kubernetes, don't worry, you'll learn that. But if you know, I'm only telling you if you already know, it's an orchestration tool for containers. Okay, for production grade. So we run the containers on Kubernetes cluster, and to automatically deliver those containers to the Kubernetes cluster, we can use DevOps CI/CD pipeline. Okay, I think Imran, AWS DevOps, we use Code Commit and other DevOps tools, right? Oh, are you talking about certification? If you're talking about the course, AWS DevOps course, yes, Code Commit for source code. Wait, I'll show you. So if you're doing CI/CD pipeline on AWS, right?
Yes.
So Code Commit for the code, to keep your code build. Instead of using Jenkins, we use AWS Code Build service to build our jobs, build our artifact, and you can do testing and code analysis and everything. Code deploy, to deploy the artifact to an environment like Beanstalk or EC2 instance or Lambda function to anywhere. Okay?
Right. So that would be called AWS DevOps, I think, right?
No, AWS DevOps is a certification actually, and that covers more than this.
And
okay.
In Azure DevOps, I think Azure has a little different. They won't have code commit and all these things, right?
Come again, your voice is not clear, Percy.
Okay. In Azure DevOps, it might be different tools they will use.
Yes, yes, right. Different tools. Once you know how to do CI/CD on Jenkins or any other normal tool also, then it's the same process. The tools will be different.
Yes, absolutely. In Azure cloud, I think they use different tools.
Yes.
DevOps.
Yeah, those are cloud tools. Those are cloud services actually provided by them. They're not using any tools. This is a cloud service.
Right. And how many hours a day we use? It'll be
1 hour. 1 hour. 1 hour or a few minutes, sometimes 1.5 hours, like that.
Yeah. And what time, Imran?
7 a.m. IST, I suppose now. Yeah, 7 a.m. IST.
Oh, 7 a.m. IST. Okay. And it'll go up to 2.5 months or something like that, right?
Yes, something like that.
Yeah, if we don't learn all these things, then for sure there won't be any anywhere we go forward. Once we learn, at least we have a hope that we can answer good in interviews and
Of course, yes.
Yeah, there'll be a lot positive things will come once we learn, and in the project, you have real-time projects. If we don't understand or follow that, can we call you? Can we call any assistance or get any assistance?
Oh, we have Google Classroom. You will be anything. I'm gonna supply it from there. Any questions, anything error, anything comes, you post it over there. Once you join the course, I'll tell you how it's gonna be. Okay, but I'll be responding to the Google Classroom. You're gonna post the questions there, and anyways, every day you're gonna listen to me, right? So you have a choice of asking question anytime in the class you want. Okay.
Okay, great, wonderful. And when are you starting the course? Planning to?
Monday. It's
Oh,
already late actually. I was supposed to start it on the last Thursday, but
oh, this
now
coming Monday. Oh,
coming
okay.
Monday,
Day after tomorrow for you.
day after tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Yes, Dell IT. Huh? Is that your name? That's very interesting name, man. Zell IT. Yes, I'm going to cover CI/CD for freestyle and pipeline both. Okay, like now we started using pipeline again. This is one example of pipeline as a code. Okay. For details, contact. Oh, that's Visual Path. Are you going to teach Terraform as well? Terraform, you're going to get videos for that, which I use in workshop. But if I happen to give a workshop on Terraform, you can join that. Terraform, CloudFormation, AWS securities. Okay, many more videos you will get along with the course,
We have to
along
have
with
a
the
lot
live
of
course.
practice, Imran. We might not have a lot of practice. That's the only problem.
It's a very hands-on course, guys. Very hands-on course. You know, if you're
Mhm.
really serious in this game, okay, you can join my course, right?
Yeah.
But if you just want to watch the videos, you know, you'll go crazy if you're not practicing.
No, I
Okay, it's
know.
very much
Yeah.
hands-on course. You can check the source code also. You can check the kind of work that we do. If it's for everyone, okay? It's for very
Right.
serious. If you're very serious with DevOps, then join.
Mhm.
Imran, hello Imran.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
question from my side.
Sure.
Is Agile methodology used for only WAR file deployment, or we can use for EI file deployment as well?
I'm sorry. Come again. Agile. You said agile?
Methodology, yeah, Agile methodology we can use for WAR deployment or
And
EI file
agile is
deployment.
agile is a methodology that you can use it in your real life also. Okay, it's not about the software only. You know, agile actually started by Toyota for automobile and manufacturing. Okay, then it came in IT industry. Agile is not about the WAR file. Okay, agile is a process iteratively doing things. Okay, break down the problem iteratively and do it. It could be anything. WAR file is the output of a Java build process. Okay, you can
Yeah, that
have
build
any kind of code. Okay, agile will be implemented by the architects, by the developers. You are going to join that team. Okay, whatever they are doing, you are going to automate that. Okay, it's a methodology, it's not a tool or a technology. It is not about WAR file, it's not about Node.js, it is not about Python, it's about anything that you want to use through agile. Do you have any other timings? No, so sorry. Imran, if you can also give some lights if this course will involve hands-on to students, and how this will keep me busy. It will keep you very busy. That I can promise. Okay.
No,
Uh,
Imran, this is Mohammed here. So I just my concern is that I have no doubt that you're the best trainer in the market. I have got the feedback also, and I'm looking in the internet also. But
okay.
I don't believe on myself. So you are the
That's
trainer. You as a trainer, you can tell me how as a me, right? So you can. I mean, I can catch. Let's example, daily you are teaching me, and then what are
daily
the
you have to practice.
daily?
That's all.
Okay, 1 hour or
I only
2 hours.
ask for one thing from my students is just practice. Okay, that's all. You promise to practice, I'll make you the best of the DevOps today in the market. But you just practice.
Okay, okay, okay. That's what I
That's what I
wanted to
say.
because
It's very
because
hands-on. If you're really very serious about this, right, then you can follow along, right? But if you
when
want to
the
just do some course just for fun, for adventure,
mhm.
then you are in a wrong
So
place.
this is the symptom, right? This is we find you. That's the one of the seriousness, right? You're the best.
Yeah. Oh, come on, you flatter me, yeah.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
So what are the course fees and
I,
run and everything? I mean, for the give me Indian rupees. So I'm not a.
oh,
Uh,
you will get information from my team. You have sent your mail and phone number on the
okay.
chat, organizer chat. They'll contact you. They'll inform you about start time, uh, price, money, whatever it is. Okay, everything.
I'm still holding the Indian passport, so Indian rupees, please. Yeah. Okay.
No problem. class will be 7 days a week. 7 days a week is the entire week, right? How many days you have in a week? 7 only, yeah. I hope. No, it's not going to be 7 days a week. It's going to be 5 or 6 days. Okay, sometimes 5 days, sometimes 6 days. And I say sometimes, that's because sometimes you people will tell me not to take class on Saturday because this we have to practice.
So
Okay.
yeah. So I've seen your this thing. One quick last question. I've seen your PDF stuff, right? When I was scrolling, just quick question, right? Let's example, we are starting the DevOps. Obviously, you're gonna give a little bit Linux and all this thing. But what are the code-based tool you are using? Jenkins or the Amazon? Anything third party? Yeah. What are we using for the code base and I mean for the Jenkins and
For code for wait a second. For to store our source code, we are using GitHub, and AWS Code Commit. To build our softwares, we are going to use Jenkins and AWS Code Build. Where is this? Did I put that?
so repository as a Git and okay.
I mean, if you want, you can use Bitbucket also. Okay, that's not a problem.
Okay, so that's fine.
Git is our main. GitHub, Bitbucket, and we're also using Code Commit.
So that's the AWS product, right? Help me to understand. This the Git, I understand. So what we are doing on Amazon AWS, right, for the code commit only, or because Jenkins?
No. AWS is our main. We're gonna be main. It's gonna be our main provider. We are going to learn a lot of. This course is not just DevOps course, by the way. It's AWS plus DevOps course, you can say.
No,
We're
I just
learning a
want
lot of
to
AWS
see
services.
what are you teaching on CI/CD? I mean, what tools we are using? That
AWS CI/CD is this. I think I already shown you. Code commit, code build, code deploy, code pipeline, Beanstalk, RDS, and
but
Sonar Cloud also.
because isn't it the build and CI/CD is using Jenkins? That's what I thought you are teaching me, right?
Yeah,
You
that
guys.
also we are taking. That also we are taking. That's gonna be one thing. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So
You see
Jenkins.
you see my question where I'm coming from, because if you're going to I understand, use the Jenkins, then there's no picture in AWS code commit on, because that's a separate process, right?
No, not like that. And once we come to, after doing this, when we come to code commit and all, right, I'll show you how you can integrate these things also. I have created hybrid project actually. Once you're done with the course, I have.
No, because why I'm saying that. Okay.
No. Wait. Right. So, okay, these are the projects which actually I'm selling as a product now. So continuous integration on AWS cloud, Jenkins pipeline as a code, continuous delivery. So let's say this is on completely on Jenkins and using tool based. Okay. And continuous delivery. This is continuous delivery on AWS cloud. Okay. This is project 8 is continuous delivery using tools. Project 9 is completely on cloud, but then I have hybrid, which is using AWS services plus Jenkins plus Beanstalk. So it's so many things. You can check the demo also of that.
Okay, so your idea is to get the familiarity of the whole three flavors. So anywhere we go for the job, so we don't have any issue. Got it.
Yes.
Thank you. You
So
explained me well.
you get more comfortable with the process. Okay.
Yeah.
And you have good hands-on tools. So then you can do anything, man. It doesn't matter what you have. You get Azure, you get Google Cloud, you get Jenkins, you get TeamCity, you get Bamboo. You know what you have to do. It's just about learning that technology and then implementing it.
Okay. So you're teaching. That's very good, because the process is important. Yeah, because this is what the interview they drill me. I recently I filled 3 interview. That's not funny, but it's very. But that's why. Okay. Yeah. Got it.
Yeah. So it's not every time one thing. It could be coming. The questions could be coming from any area. So you see, this is CI/CD hybrid.
Yeah.
No, this is not hybrid. Hold on a second. I think that was hybrid. Yeah. Anyways, you can watch the video. It's on YouTube. Okay.
So okay, no, I understand. So you're gonna deploy the website as you discussed in the that you already have developers have built it for you. So we're gonna get the repository, pull it, and we're gonna deploy it using our CI/CD, your hybrid. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And okay,
Yes, sir.
and and the script we are gonna use it for the to clone it, or what we going to use for the custom script, right? As you said, Bash script and all those things. Is that for
No,
the?
no, we have different things again over there. You're gonna use just Jenkins. You're gonna use Bash. You're going to use Ansible.
Hmm.
Okay, so different places, different ways.
Okay, because we already have a plugin, so I was thinking to avoid the scripting, so but it's a little bit scary.
No,
But
we
it's
have
okay.
plugins. We're gonna use
Okay,
plugins. I think you're
okay,
very excited. Okay, so hold on.
okay,
Let
okay,
the course start. Okay,
okay, okay.
we have all those things. Okay, and much more than that. What you're thinking actually.
Yeah, no, I'm the right place. I'm on the right place. Man. Your your studio is
You are.
very
You
good.
are.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. What people have learned from outside, guys, I have been doing DevOps from 2012 or
Hmm.
2013 to be specific. Okay, from that time I started doing DevOps, where there was very less people had idea about, very less people. Even my friend didn't have any idea about DevOps and so much of automation and Puppet. And that time, it was time of Puppet and scripts. There was not
Mhm.
much, not many tools actually. So I have seen the evolution of DevOps. I have lived the evolution of DevOps. I have used today every tool that you see in the market for DevOps, starting from Bash script, Batch script, Perl, Ruby,
Mhm.
Python, Ansible, Puppet, Chef, take anything. Okay, so worked on the several projects. Right, so I actually did it and learned it, and the same way I'm going to teach it to you. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Doing it.
Okay. So configuration tool, management tool, we are gonna learn all of three of them because I wanted to be master
Ansible,
in
we are
one.
focusing. Okay, Ansible, we
Yeah,
are not
yeah,
going to be, spending time. Those are old times. I'm telling you old stories. Okay, you don't
yeah,
need to do.
yeah. Okay.
All right, guys. I think it's high time. If you have any other question, feel free to send an email or call my team. If you want to talk to me, they can arrange a conference also. Uh, I'm currently living in Europe. I know.
Oh, you live in Europe? Oh, oh, I
No, no,
thought
no,
in
not. I
India.
am not living in Europe.
Oh,
There's
okay,
some.
okay, okay.
So many people from Europe asking me for a different time also actually, but it's
That's
busy in other things. So I only take classes online in the morning time. That's all. Then I work on my project. So just completed masters and placed in AT&T network. Very good. Congratulations. What is your question? Sushrut Arvind. Guys, if you don't have any question, you can leave. Okay, that will be because we already it's 10:38. We started at 9. So if you want to leave. You'll get an email. Don't worry, and we'll be in touch. Right. Thank you very much for joining. I will see you then.
And
Take
whom
care.
do I
Bye.
speak to? Whom do I? Sorry, last question. Whom do I speak to? You said the name of the person.
Now you'll
Uh,
get a mail. You will be contacted. Don't worry.
okay. Thank you. Thank you. But I
And guys,
haven't
if you don't
seen.
have any question, you can leave.
Okay.
Thank you very
Hi
much for
Imran.
joining. Hi.
Hi, this is Vinod. That was a good session actually.
Thank you.
His speech was very good and attractive too.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and like before starting, I will give you a brief introduction about me. Like, I was from an ops background. I work for middleware support.
Vinod, 1 minute. I will be back in few seconds. Okay, give me few
Okay,
seconds. Okay, just
sure.
hold on.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm back. Go ahead, Vinod. Vinod, are you able to hear me?
I think he left. Okay, anyway, I'm leaving Imran. Thank you.
Oh,
Okay, I got
Sorry,
the.
Imran. Yeah, I was from
yeah,
mute. Did not
yeah,
observe
yeah,
it. Like I was from a ops background. I was working as a middleware
yeah.
support engineer.
Okay.
So I was familiar with the deployments and releases we handle everywhere, and very good at application handling of applications.
Okay. Okay.
So how this course may help me out in the reaching the next level of my career?
No, next
Like
level
I
as
want
in
to know exactly.
what are
Yeah,
you doing
DevOps is the
exactly?
next level.
You work still working in the support?
Yeah, right now I was on my work only.
Okay. So, you know what? Support and this admin jobs, they are really dying, man, first of all. Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
the career growth in that area using DevOps is not so much. Okay. When you get into DevOps, I think you should completely get into DevOps. People who are into any kind of support business or admin level work, right? They should really start learning automation. They should have already learned automation, by the way, because see, if I implement automated CI/CD pipeline, I don't need manual people to do the deployments. Okay, the testing also I will be doing automatically. So why will I need people who are doing it manually? Understood?
My question is like Irfan, we have a manual testers working over here, right? So
So
if you do a
that is going to
yeah,
change sometime. You have to look at the
but
bigger picture now. That's going to change
yeah,
sometime. Okay.
but my case is like
When
we have a
being a
test
DevOps,
cases, right?
when I get into project, I look for any manual process, and we have to remove that, even if it's a manual tester. That happens. Okay, so it's just
Okay,
matter of time your organization DevOps movement starts. It's just matter of time. Okay, it will start sometime, right?
yeah,
Things will be getting automated. So you either be ready for that, right? So you can get on that, or it will be a bad scenario. I'm not scaring you so you can join the course. My intention is not at all that, but I always
I'm
recommend to
not.
anybody from admin and support people that please learn some automation and change your career or do something. Okay, over there, don't be in support business.
Like Imran, to add on something, like I was a Red Hat certified Linux administrator, and as well as I
Mhm.
am very good at Python programming and shell scripting.
Very good. Nice, nice.
And
That's good. That's good.
I am able to build YAML code also. I was good at it.
That's
And
really nice.
individually, I have completed half of the stack till the Jenkins. I have already done individual tools, but I do not know how to integrate those services completely now. And
Mhm.
I already deployed a banking application using Jenkins, but I was getting a lot of errors while deploying it. So I was stuck
Nice,
with the
man. You're
damn
already doing
things.
the work that I was recommending, right? This is so
Yeah,
nice to hear.
already doing that.
Yeah.
And the
So,
one thing I was a bit confused when you are giving a lecture, when you are giving a demo, like
mhm,
we have a manual testers in our present companies who just
mhm,
take build the test cases from the project they're getting,
right,
and they
right.
work on they test the test cases on the particular website or an app which they develop. So
Mhm,
based on the project or the based on the work you get, you build your test cases. So
mhm.
how the process gonna handle in the Jenkins then? Test cases you need to be written in manually time, right? You
No,
need to change
actually, it has
according to
it
some
has to
product.
be automated. Otherwise, you cannot include it in your CI/CD pipeline, whether it's Jenkins
So
or anything, right?
yeah, so
So,
there will be a testing team involved in it, right? Again.
right, right. Of course, of course. So there'll be the DevOps. If you happen to take the lead of making this
I guess
project,
he's talking about the Sonar Cube, the code testing, not the
no,
functional testing.
SonarCube is code testing. He's talking about software testing.
Yeah, software testing.
Yeah,
Selenium, I think, right?
so if it's if you take the lead and try to do DevOps, it is not possible as long as things are manual. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
there needs
Okay,
to be
got
an
it.
automation testing. I have struggled, and then finally the decision was made that the manual tester will be gone, and we are going to bring in the automation tester. The process will be changing, the requirement will be changing, everything changes from the scratch then.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually there is a Selenium, you know, right, pretty well. There
Yeah,
is a
yeah,
Selenium automation testing tool. Then why we go for
right.
a DevOps again in this? Can we integrate that Selenium here and work over there, right? My
Yeah.
question is like that, like, why can
See,
we simplify this?
now that you should ask your own organization.
Like, is it, no, practically we usually get these kind of doubts.
See, practically, everything is automatable. Even if that's a
Yeah,
word I don't know, but everything can be automated. Okay. Only the biggest problem on the automation comes, when there's a graphical things. Okay, and those things are
okay,
also getting automated nowadays by using other tools. So everything can be
yeah.
automated. It's just the organization needs to take the call, take the effort, bring in the right people, and you can automate everything today, man.
Yeah, that's I was searching for the information over the Quora and all the Google.
Hmm.
I was getting some information. I was just going through the blogs and reading the real-time
We
errors, how
have the
the
project actually where we are including a CI/CD pipeline. Yeah, sorry. In
okay,
CI/CD pipeline, including Selenium test cases.
Selenium test. So, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing I want to write. No, it's
I will show you. You can check the demo. Is this the demo for Selenium? Okay. Every time this ad, there's too many ad nowadays, huh? On YouTube.
yeah.
Crazy. It was not this one. Okay, one of the demo I
The
have explained it. Actually, Selenium test we are using so many places. We are using for AWS code deployment also. Okay, but
okay,
that's too much level in deep. What you're looking for, okay, you can go for this one, this project. If you already have this DevOps skill, then you can just subscribe for this, and you can really implement all this project in your
yeah,
organization.
yeah, yeah.
Or
Imran,
you can
like
do the
I
course and
was
then do
knowing
this.
integrations are the main thing, right, for the course. So I was
Yeah.
looking for the integration, how to integrate those completely and work on a particular app or an application. Like I need to automate it completely so that I will be assured that time I can go with the real-time projects again.
Okay. So you
Yeah,
can do this also directly if you want, or you can do it simultaneously with the course.
sure. Got it.
These projects. Okay. 20
Okay.
projects you can do. You will see so many integration here, so many integration. Okay. It's too many
Okay.
tools we are integrating over here.
Okay. Well, taking this course also like 20 projects around, right? For that projects also, you gonna teach me anything like at that time
No,
also,
these are
like
videos. These are videos. This is
okay.
These are videos. Okay, step by step everything. Just watch this video that I have created. You will understand what it is about.
Okay, I will just
I
go
created a
through the
short
video.
video to explain. Yes, go through the video. You will understand there. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Imran, Rohit this side. Yeah, I have one question.
Yeah,
Like,
Rohit.
this is helpful for support or admin guys only, or this course is helpful for developer
No,
as
no, no,
well.
not at all.
Like, hmm,
See,
like
it's
I'm yeah
about
into integration tool.
this
Yeah.
course is about being a DevOps engineer and then a consultant and an architect. Okay. So it's if you're already a developer, you want to be the developer, then this course is not for you. Okay, because developer will not need to know so many things. If you are a system admin and you want to be system admin, then you don't need to learn so much of automation. Okay, just system automation you need to learn, right? But if you want to be DevOps, then there will be so many tools, teams, technologies you'll be connecting together, right? You'll be automating systems tasks, you'll be automating build and release, continuous integration. So this course is it's going to be too much hands-on, too many things you're going to learn, which is not required just for a developer or just for a tester or just for a system admin. Okay, if you want to step into the DevOps world completely, then you should be doing this course.
Yeah, Imran got the clarity today. Hands-on is the main thing here.
Yeah. All right, guys. Then I think it's time. I will end the session then. So thank you very much for joining. I will see you on Monday then. Take care. Bye bye. Have a good day and night. If you have any question, feel free to reach us. Bye.
Thank you.